Captain, before we step onto this heat of feelings island, tell me, what does angry make you feel when it means feeling mad, showing a tense mood, and describing a rough sea that looks ready to fight back? Meaning 1. Feeling mad, upset with someone or something. Used for strong displeasure or irritation. Example: Grace felt angry when the supplies were wasted. Common use: angry at, angry with, get angry. Angry, meaning 2, showing anger in voice or expression, harsh or irritated. Used to describe tone, words, or looks that reveal anger. Example: he gave an angry reply then apologized. Common use: angry voice, angry look, angry words. Angry words, meaning 3, stormy, violent, rough. Used poetically for the sea, wind, or sky when it looks fierce. Example: an angry sea battered the rocks all night. Common use: angry waves, angry storm, angry sky. Angry sea. Angry also appears in nature descriptions, especially in stories. It turns the sea or storm into something that feels alive. Name the feeling, then steer it, Captain. Carry angry for the emotion, the tense tone, and the wild sea that mirrors what a crew must learn to calm as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this circle of people island, tell me, what does among make you feel when it means in the middle of a group, included as one of many and shared or spread through a crowd? Meaning 1. In the middle of, within a group of people or things. Used when someone or something is inside a group, not outside it. Example: Grace walked among the crew to check on everyone. Common use: among friends, among the trees, among the islands. Among the crew, meaning 2, shared or happening within a group. Used when something exists between members of a group. Example: where there was trust among the sailors. Common use: among them, among ourselves, agreement among. Trust among us, meaning 3, surrounded by many things in a setting filled with something. Used when you are surrounded by a larger number of items around you. Example: they camped among tall palms and bright flowers. Common use: among the mountains, among the crowd, among the ruins. Among palms. Among is usually for groups of 3 or more. For 2 items, writers often choose between, though everyday speech sometimes mixes them. Stay gentle in the group, Captain. Carry among for being surrounded, being included as one of many, and for the things that move through a crowd like a quiet tide as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this caution and care island, tell me, what does alcoholic make you feel when it describes drinks that contain alcohol, a person struggling with addiction, and problems caused by heavy drinking? Meaning 1. Containing alcohol, usually about drinks. Used to describe beverages that have alcohol in them. Example: they avoided alcoholic drinks before sailing at night. Common use: alcoholic drink, alcoholic beverage, alcoholic content. Alcoholic drink. Meaning 2. A person who is addicted to alcohol. Used to describe someone with alcohol dependence. Example: the medic spoke kindly about helping an alcoholic sailor get support. Common use: recovering alcoholic, alcoholic in treatment, help an alcoholic. Recovering alcoholic. Meaning 3. Related to alcoholism caused by heavy drinking. Used for medical or descriptive phrases about harm linked to alcohol use. Example: the doctor warned about alcoholic liver damage. Common use: alcoholic liver disease, alcoholic damage, alcoholic problems. Alcoholic damage. Alcoholic is an adjective in alcoholic drink, but it can also be a noun for a person. The sentence structure usually makes it obvious. Keep your language precise and your care compassionate, Captain. Carry alcoholic for drinks, for the person who needs support, and for the serious effects that call for wise choices as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this delicate matters island, tell me, what does affair make you feel when it means a situation to handle, a secret romantic relationship, and a formal social event? Meaning 1. A matter, an issue, a situation. Used to talk about something that concerns someone or an organization. Example: the supply shortage became a serious affair for the crew. Common use: family affairs, public affairs, personal affairs. Crew affairs. Meaning 2. An event, a social occasion. Used for organized gatherings, often formal or planned. Example: the harbor banquet was a grand affair. Common use: formal affair, private affair, a grand affair. A grand affair. Meaning 3. A secret romantic relationship. Used for a hidden romance that can cause conflict or betrayal. Example: the captain warned that an affair could break trust on the ship. Common use: have an affair, secret affair, extramarital affair. Secret affair. Affair can sound neutral or serious depending on context. In daily talk, it often means a situation. In relationship talk, it usually signals a secret romance. Handle the tone with care, Captain. Carry affair for the situation you manage. the relationship kept in shadows, and the formal event that gathers everyone under the same lantern light as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this belonging and acceptance island, tell me, what does adoption make you feel when it means welcoming a child into a family, officially accepting a rule and a new method spreading through a community? Meaning 1, the legal act of taking a child into a family, used for making someone a parent by law. Example, the adoption brought the child a new home and safety. Common use, adoption process, adoption papers, adoption agency. Adoption, meaning 2, the act of choosing and starting to use an idea, method, or habit, used for accepting a new approach and putting it into practice. Example, the adoption of a simpler route reduced risk. Common use, adoption of technology, adoption of a strategy, widespread adoption. Adoption of a new plan, meaning 3, official approval or acceptance. Used for organization accepting a policy, rule, or decision. Example, the council announced the adoption of new safety rules. Common use, adoption of a law, adoption of a policy, adoption of standards. Adoption approved. Adoption can mean a single formal act, like a legal change or a policy decision, or a wider trend, like many people starting to use something. Keep your meaning gentle and clear, Captain. Carry adoption for bringing someone home, making a decision official, and watching a new practice spread through the fleet as we sail to the next island.